Shalom, my brothers and sisters of Yahuwah HaMashiach. Shalom, my brothers and sisters. It's the day the Most High Yahuwah has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Y'all, like I said, the Most High Yah has been teaching me so much, y'all, and it's waking me up, like, fully. And I feel how Yahusha feel, because he said that, know that they hate him if they hate us, and that they persecute him because he told the truth. Once you know the truth, then they'll try to persecute you. And I know that I'm on the right path because I even get threatened in my dream, y'all. But I don't fear nobody but Yahuwah. If he allows something to happen to me, then it's going to happen. But I still got to spread the truth, because once you find the truth, the truth will set you free. But you have to tell people. And this is part of with the secret society. They don't want you to know. It's a secret. Because they found the truth. But you have a side, or which side you going to choose. You going to choose the father, or you going to choose the mother. And we understand that we are not of this world, but we in this world, so we're in a battle. And I told y'all about that, who all been following me. I told y'all about that ancient creature that is Baal. That's Baphomet. And it's connected to the Freemasonry and all the different religions on it. And the names on them. The God, they say Christ and his Christos, that's Greek. And he also had me about when they say Lord, that's Baal, God, Baal, and then they idolize themselves as idolatry. And he started me off with Paul, and there's a video I'm working on, and it was super long. And yesterday I took part of it out that he showed me, and I still taught my masonry about the 3 monkeys. So I took that part out, and so if you see me not greeting in there, it's because I took it out, because he was showing me this. Because he also, in my dreams, he been telling me about Freemasonry. He been telling me to, this what he been having me on, y'all. And the reason why they persecuted Yahuwah, because the father knew the tricks of the enemy. Their secret, and Yahuwah was going around spreading the truth, telling people about the father, his kingdom, and not this worldly kingdom, because this worldly kingdom, this world is ran by the religious leaders, the masonry. They Masons. The religious leaders, they Freemasons. And what they did, they got rid of Yahushua, and they would write down, you know how the Most High Yah have me, like, you know how they written down everything that we do? Like, even like the angels, the fallen angels, and he said the angels, his angels, they write down everything we say or do, like they wrote down everything that he said about the kingdom. And even Shaitan, he knew too, but he don't know everything about the Most High Yahuwah. So the Most High Yah had me like that, where Yahushua was going around spreading the truth. They was writing down everything he said. So when he started going against their secret societies, revealing their secrets, because every word he was saying was going against what they had plotted. And so once they got rid of him, they took the word for themselves. They took the word for themselves and created a book. This is the whole book that's over the whole world. This is a Freemasonry religious book. And I'm going to tell you why. And that's why I was so shocked and mind-blowing why he had me on Freemasonry. You know those words we see? Read your book different. That's why he say his name is important. He took his name out of the real book. And there's so many books of the Bible, but they only gave us what they want us to have. And it's a control thing. As you read the book, you'll see now when they use the word LORD, and God, that's Baal. You worship Baal, Zeus, Christos. So they turn us into a Roman Greek Freemasonry Bible. So the whole time the whole world was deceived, like he said in Revelation. People, they had us in church and everything, calling out this name, calling on Zeus, Baal, worshiping. And he had me to the point, you know how secret societies and even the Freemasonry use the Bible. The fraternities and sororities, you know the fraternities and sororities, if you do their history, they say they had the Bible and they had them change the name. They worship whatever God it is and put it in their name. This is why witches and warlocks and all them can use this. This is why they even idolize themselves. They can put themselves in it because they call themselves a God. They use this word to fit for their need. And it has the laws in here. That's why we have to use Yahuwah's name and how put his name in the word. And son Yahushua, put his name, take place. Many people, like I said, I told this one coworker of mine, and I said, the name is important, and I try to tell her about the ancient, that Baal thing. And she said, well, God knows, excuse me, she said, God knows everybody's heart. But what God you talking to? So if you talk to Baal, JC and all them, and that's what you believe in, that's who you call on, that's where your heart is. But this what Christians say. Because they train us to say like that. That's why this word is so over the whole world. Even with that Islam, part of the word is in Islam, in that Quran. It's still worshiping Shaitan. Baal, the Greek, Roman, Catholic. This is a Catholic Roman Freemasonry Bible. And that's why they could preach anything out of it. I hope y'all getting an understanding of what I'm saying. Because I'm going to show y'all some. Because he started me off with Paul. Because I told y'all I got a video. I'm trying to load it. He had me up like with Paul. Like now you have to read it. Because Shaitan is the opposite. When you read the word, place his name. And then you'll start seeing the difference. So they have you training this word, as you said, as this here, you praising Shaitan. And you're doing spiritual laws and everything. How the Most High Yahuwah tell us to do. When we walk in this word at first, and you were saying JC and God and all that, you was honoring Baal and Shaitan. But now when you walk with this word, place his name in there and his son. And you honor him. They have you doing, that's why I said the spiritual laws, and he got me also so much with Paul. Like as I read, also he had me in Acts, he had me in Romans, and he had me in Acts, he got me in all this with Paul. Corinthians, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, all with Paul. And he had me to look about Paul, you know how they say St. Paul? And here they talking about the saints and everything. They not talking about the Most High Yahuwah saints, they talking about the Catholic, Roman, Freemasonry saints. Because you worship Baal, JC, Zeus Christos, Greek. You worshiping God. You worshiping Lord, Baal. They all worship Satan. This is why this word is able to be over the whole world. Over the whole world. You idolizing him. And he had me about Paul. And he had me about with the saints. St. Paul. Now, he had me to go and do some research about with the Freemasonry, how they had with St. Paul. They have St. Paul like he was a craftsman, that he led people to Baal. When they say JC, they talking about Zeus Christos. And they got Lord, just how you read this about. They saying he led them to Shaitan. And as you go into Romans, and it's talking about the government, it's talking about him sending the Gentiles to worship JC, Zeus Christos, Baal. And you know, they say that we are Gentiles, and they say we are not human. This is why they can use this book. They know what they're saying out this book. Y'all, I know to the point, I know, like I told y'all, they follow me and stuff, and got threatened. I don't care. Because from the Father I live, and for the Father I die. My Allah. They only could do to me what he allowed them to do to me. That's why I am like Yahushua. This is why they don't want you to know the truth. The whole world has been deceived. Many years worshiping Shaitan. That's why they took his name out. Now look at this. Why this word is so popular over the whole world? Why that religion? And it goes into many religions, because you can use whatever name you want to use. And especially if you use God, Lord, and JC, You idolizing their showtime. Okay, let me show y'all something real quick. Now look at this. This is an Acts, right? Now read this different. This is by Paul, right? He got me in with Paul and talking about the light. They talk about the light bearers, say showtime. But look at this. So they say, believe on the LORD, and you will be saved. Believe on Baal, Zeus, Christo, and you will be saved, and your household. Then they spoke to the word of the LORD, Baal, to him and to all who were in his house, and took them same hour and night and washed their stripes. The name is important. The name is so important. Y'all go in there and look at him. And then they say about Paul, they call him a good saint because they say he led people to worship there and to Rome. And which they say Jerusalem is the old Rome. They took our Most High Yahuwah word and benefited for themselves. Okay, hold on. So 2 Corinthians. The light of Christo's gospel. This and they hold on. Where am I at, Father? Look, remember their faithfulness? They talking about faith, but when you read, they're talking about the faith of Christos, not the faith of Yahuwah and his son Yahushua HaMashiach. Christos. Now they're talking about spiritual war. You know they talking about spiritual warfare. But when they talking about this, they talking about, it's in my other video, y'all. But look, Christos. Spiritual warfare. You're talking about the gospel of Christos. Greek. You better start reading this different. Okay, now Romans. Here we go. Behave like a Christos, instead of behaving like a follower of Yahuwah HaMashiach. Look, submit to government. And this is me. He had me talking about with Paul. Telling me about how Paul, they idolized Paul in the Catholic Church. And also in with Freemasonry. Because I looked up about Freemasonry. They say because he was a crackman that led people to Christos. Look at this. Israel needs the gospel. Brethren, my heart desire prayer for God of Israel. Now they not talking about the Israel of Yahuwah HaMashiach. They talking about the Baal of Israel over there. Is that they may be saved. For I bear them with witness that they have a real God, but not according to knowledge. They telling you. We have to have the mindset of our Father. They talking about the law of liberty. Told you they say liberty. They had Freemasonry talking about liberty. Beyonce and them. The mother. Love their neighbor. And he got me in here. They're talking about brotherhood. Freemasonry. I got a video coming up. Look, yet if your brother is grieved because of your food, and here you got me when they talking about brotherhood. When they talking about brother, they talking about brotherhood, Freemasonry. Look at this. For I will not dare to speak their silence code. I'm gonna go over this in a whole nother in another video that I'm putting up. But I just want to give y'all a little thing. And I found out their thing of love is not they don't believe in agape love. Like the Most High Yah and his son Yahushua HaMashiach. Their love is unity. So when they say love your neighbor, they don't feel like they telling us to love our neighbor like love of Yahushua. They talking about unity. Unity. Look at this. Greeting Roman saints. And when he got me talking about saints, St. Paul. And them, the saints. That's why they idolize the saints of the Catholic Church, which is their gods. I know many might not gonna understand this, but who all will. And this why we have to come up out of that mindset. Y'all, when the Most High Yahuwah told me that, I was like, Father, he said, this is a masonry book. It's but how you want to use it. They know when they read it, they know what they reading it to. They know. Like he woke me up to the wisdom of it. I could use this for good or I can use this for evil. I could use it for the mother, they say is wisdom. Or I could use it for, you could use it for the mother in short time, for her worldly kingdom. Or you could use it for the heavenly kingdom. Because this is a book that they give. This is why he told us to have a relationship with him, not a religion. Because you follow this. This is a religion. Christianity is a religion. And they have Catholic mixed in with Christianity. They have this whole book. This is a Freemasonry book. It's the word of Yahuwah, but they tinted it. Because they put the titles in there. I pray people wake up to this. But I'm going to put this in here. And work on that other video. Y'all, I was having problems with that other video when I was trying to give it out to y'all. Because he also had me on to some other stuff. My phone was steady cutting off. Because he was telling me about the brotherhood. Telling me about the Freemasonry this. In my phone. You know, say don't want the truth. And then last night I had a dream. They talking about, I don't care, y'all. I don't care. A threat. I don't care. So, I'm going to get this to y'all real quick and then I'll put that video. But I want you to have an understanding when I do that video. That was me in a mode of Yahuwah was telling me. When I talk in the video, I'm telling y'all about how Yahuwah has had me in the mindset that they had Paul as a Freemasonry. St. Paul. You read this book, you're not talking. If you read it just like this without putting Yahuwah's name in it and Yahuwah's name in it, you are idolizing Satan. You like a Freemasonry. You like the fraternities and sororities. And you know why he not so mad about the fraternities and sororities? The people talking about they denounce and go and they receive JC. Because they still receiving Zeus Christos. This is why the Most High Yahuwah said only a few will make it through. Because you know to the truth. The truth shall set you free. But once you know the truth, would you use it for good or evil? You have a side you choose. But people was in ignorancy. We was walking in ignorancy. Until he started bringing that to us. So I'm going to share that with y'all. Y'all be blessed.